Let me start by saying that it is not in our place as a Azimio coalition in the House. It's not part of our responsibility to meddle in the affairs of the executive or to attempt to provide solutions to the executive. But, Honorable Speaker, as I said earlier on, there can only be one government for the Republic of Kenya at any one given time. Honorable Speaker, there can only be one government for the Republic of Kenya at any one given time. And therefore, a dysfunctioning government, regardless of who has formed that government, affects every citizen. What we are seeing here is the making of a dysfunctioning government. That is what I have to say first. But second, Honorable Speaker, as students of history, we are told that history repeats itself. First, as a farce, and second, as a tragedy. Honorable Speaker, you will recall what happened in this country in the year 1989 or thereabout, when the then Vice President, Dr. Josephat Njuguna Karanja, was hounded out of office on account of becoming too big, of making fellow leaders to kneel before him. He became a kneel before me Vice President. Honorable Speaker, at one point, he actually purported to be the acting president when President Moi was around still. Honorable Speaker, I don't want to say who was right or wrong. Likewise, I don't want to say who is right or wrong in the present instance, because I don't belong to Kenya Kwanza. But let me say this. Honorable Speaker, the Kenya Kwanza government has got a duty now to govern. But he also owes Kenyans a duty to give them a functioning government, a functional government. And therefore, anything that can create dysfunction in government must be sorted out as quickly as possible. Honorable Speaker, you know, when a hyena wants to eat its children, he starts saying that they smell like a goat. Honorable Speaker, I don't know who is the hyena here, who is the goat here. But Honorable Speaker, something is definitely not working. Honorable Speaker, from where we sit as Azimio members, we see a situation where the marriage is not working. And if the marriage is not working, the logical thing to do is to separate. So marry another wife. The wife and the husband are not compatible or are no longer compatible. Yes. So the most logical thing to do is to divorce, but start by separating. So if you want us to help you in the process of separation and divorce, then we are willing to do so. We shall offer our free services. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Order. Honorable members, wacha tuachie hapo. This matter will end here. Next order. Next order.
Order number 11, Committee of the Whole House.
Order, honorable members, will you be upstanding? We are going into a committee of the whole.
Order. Order, Honorable Undo. They are very happy at... Where are we starting from? We need to tell them to resume their seat. Just let them be. What are we dealing with?
Committee.
parliament in Nyeri County. And this also includes both the senator and the women rep. We have really suffered intimidation and blackmail. And it is imperative that as elected leaders, we be allowed the space to execute the mandate that the ordinary people in Nyeri gave us when they voted for us. It is not possible that the people of Nyeri voted for us so that we can follow an individual when that individual goes dancing, drinking Moratina, and eating nyamachoma. It is not possible. And it's not even in Nyeri. It is in, the dancing is happening in Honorable Kejori's constituency. We want to speak from the floor of this house and inform the country that respect is two-way. You cannot disrespect us in other constituencies and expect us to maintain the respect that we have accorded you for the last 2 years. Respect is earned. It is not demanded. It is not coerced.
You've made your information.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Wind up. Wind up, Majority.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Allow me to end up, Honorable Speaker, by just saying, Honorable Speaker, just was the Honorable DMM has said, that as national leaders, let us earn our respect. Let us not demean other leaders. Let us not coerce. Let us not intimidate other leaders. And more importantly, Honorable Speaker, let us not seek to blackmail anybody, whether it's members of parliament, whether it's government institutions, or any other officer serving in government, Honorable Speaker. In conclusion, Honorable Speaker, as leader of majority, I have said it elsewhere, and I'll repeat it on this floor, Honorable Speaker. I will never, for the time the Almighty God will give me the opportunity to serve in the office of leader of majority, allow anybody to demean any member of parliament, whether you are in the minority, in the majority, whether you come from the same village with somebody or not. I will never sit back, and I will protect the rights of all members of parliament as their leader and as a leader in this house, Honorable Speaker, because in doing so, I believe I am protecting the dignity of not only this house, Honorable Speaker, and individual members, but the dignity and honor of the people who have elected these members of parliament. With those many remarks, Honorable Speaker, I may commit that I will be writing to the Cabinet Secretary of Defense to answer more substantially to the issues raised by the Honorable Jared Okenga.
Thank you. As you do so, the Honorable Minority Leader has requested me to give him a minute on this, and he will be the very last. And take into account what he will say in what you intend to...
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I really didn't want to speak to this, but I think it is my duty to